This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Bulls on Parade, Rage Against the Machine, 92.1 City, Winnipeg's rock station, 610. Philly Joe and Vicky minus the formidable Joe portion of the program. He's away for a couple of days.
But if he was here, he would tell you high is 0 today. Very foggy. And right now, -5.
Can I tell you something right now? So whenever one of us goes away, it was the same thing when you were away. There's a rhythm that you have to find, and there's all kinds of things Joe would do and does. And so you sort of, you know, Vicky and I are just chatting a little more off air than usual about logistics and this and that. Because logistics, Joe is very good with that stuff. Like who's coming, what interviews we have today, who's coming in, all that kind of stuff.
I had to ask what time we do completely useless question. And I'm here all the time for it.
Yeah, like it's a lot. And so we're finding the rhythm. But one thing Joe does, Vicky, and you're going to learn this because you will get complaints if you don't have it, the wind. He updates.
Yes.
He is the man knows the wind. Every day, doesn't matter how strong the wind is or how weak it is, he'll have the how strong it is, and he will have which direction it's coming from.
Yeah, I made sure to include it because I know he always mentions it. I think he like licks his finger and puts it up to the sky every morning right before he walks in the building. That's how committed he is. Because there's a lot of people working outside that listen.
That's the key. And when it doesn't happen, people who work outside will say, hey, where's the wind?
Yeah.
So I'm glad you're on top of that. Nobody has touched the thermostat yet either this morning.
How you feeling? You a little hot?
I don't know. I think I'm okay for now.
We don't know how to feel the right temperature. We just go by Joe's. Just like the finger in the sky. He's got his pulse on the temperature in the room as well.
That is literally like he does two things. Like he doesn't even take his coat off. And he's on that thermostat. Yeah. And he's talking about, oh, boy, it's warm in here. And he walks. We have a special unit that helps with the temperature in the studio. Then he'll walk over to that, check that temperature. Like he is a man of the temperature in a room.
He's a human thermometer in many ways.
He really is.
Yeah.
And you know he controls his thermostat in his house. Like that.
Of course.
And you can tell.
Do you control the thermostat in your house?
My wife and I go back and forth. She has her temperature she likes, and I have mine. And so there's no like one. I probably am on top of it more than her.
Mm-hmm.
I adjust it more often than her in any given day. How
Keeps
about you?
The passion alive, I'm sure.
Well, yeah,
just the constant back and forth.
Nothing says true love like the battle for the thermostat.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Yeah, for the lady in the white Volkswagen making a left off of Quail Ridge Road onto Saskatchewan Road around 3 p.m. on Sunday. I looked you right in the eyes and I said, what the f*** are you doing when you decided to start your left-hand turn as I was making my left-hand turn onto Quail Ridge in front of you? And you started moving, like, as I'm, like, literally, like, starting to turn my wheels to turn in front of you. Like, what the f*** were you doing? Oh, this guy's turning left in front of me. I better make sure that my nose is, like, way beyond the stop sign, and I better start my turn on these solid icy roads while he's turning in front of my vehicle. I hope I run into you again, and I will give you the double middle finger.
Oh, double bird.
Double.
Like, you get the bird from someone, you know they're pissed. Double bird?
Well, she was looking to make a double lane turn.
Right.
Create her own.
So maybe that justifies the double bird. That
one for each lane accounted for.
That's right. I can't remember if I played this one or not, Vicky. Maybe you have a better memory than me. It's Loud Guy. And let me know at the end. I mean, it's never, who cares if it plays twice?
Hey, it's Loud Guy. I'll tell you what bothers me when I'm driving on the highway. I'm not doing the speed limit. I'm actually a couple kilometers below the speed limit on the highway. And I'm catching somebody, right? And as I get really close to them, usually the back end or halfway up the vehicle, why does this person feel like they need to push the gas now? Why do they have to speed up? Why are they going to make me getting by them difficult? I don't understand this. Like, what's going on? Is it like a weird kind of coordination thing? When you're looking in the mirror and see me coming, your foot goes down at the same time? And then the weird part is, I finally get by the guy who's been hanging out beside me way too long. And then when I finally get by him, he falls back a couple kilometers. So why did all that happen?
Did that one ever play?
No, I don't think so.
I didn't think so either.
But I do think it's a common thing that happens, especially on the perimeter on the highway.
Yes.
Sometimes, you know what I think it is people get distracted, and then when a car's coming up, they realize, like, oh, I'm not even going the speed limit. Like, they're caught up in their music or podcast or
Yes.
conversation. Because I've definitely done that.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, why am I not even going 100?
That's right.
I
And-
bet it's something like that.
Or when you're going to pass a few vehicles and you're going like 108 and that's enough to pass.
Yeah.
And then you look behind you and there's a vehicle right in your trunk or box of your truck. And it's like, oh, this person's going 130. I got to hurry up and pass these vehicles. So,
For sure. So probably one of those scenarios.
Absolutely. Okay, little warning here. This is Motorhead Guy, and he gets fired up, man. And he drives tow truck, and he's called about this before.
Hey, Billy, John, and Vicky, it's Motorhead Guy. So, I don't know how many times that I need to phone the phone for these idiots driving by tow trucks doing more than 100 kilometers an hour. Do you just not care? Like, oh, I'm just going to drive by this guy who's clearly helping some other guy on the road. By him like 100 kilometers an hour, and if he trips, it's his own fault. Like, yeah, okay. John, let's go another step up here. Why are you driving by a tow truck doing 100 kilometers an hour when you got your phone in front of your steering wheel and your face is buried in it? Pay attention to the road!
Oof.
Jeez. Do you think he drinks a hot cup of tea at the end of the day just to soothe the throat?
I don't know what that guy does.
It hurts to listen to.
I
Like, I'm just
know.
worried about his throat health.
Joe met him. Like, he was driving by Joe. Joe was on location, and Motorhead Guy drove by, and he yelled at him like that, Joe! Motorhead Guy!
I was hoping you were going to say the opposite, that he was just this soft-spoken gentleman. But when he gets on the bone phone, he just lets it loose.
We love it. Okay, the Bob Burt Mafia. We've explained these guys, they used to call. There'd be like 4 of them on the line together talking to us. It was wild. And we don't get many calls from them anymore, but every now and then we get a shout out.
Yeah, good morning. This is Smokes with a public service announcement for the rest of Winnipeg here. After cracking a pack of the new green Exports, I got a phone call from old Bob Burt, the Pelican Man himself. Seems like the big fella's back here in Winnipeg after serving, I think he said, 3 weeks out in Ontario. Let's give him a big wave if you see him out there cleaning the sewers and the culverts. Anyways, this is Smokes out. He's looking for me, so here I am there, big fella. Save some cheeseburgers and blizzards for the rest of us Winnipeggers here, big guy. All right, everyone, have a great day. And it's nice to not hear people bitching about traffic over the last few days. All right, let's give her. Okay, everyone, keep it up. Let's go.
Smokes. So, in case you're wondering, Bob Burt, they used to also call him Pelican Man because of how he eats. He drops things in his mouth whole, and like a pelican would.
I got to say, I saw a lot of pelicans when I was in Mexico.
Did you?
Surprisingly graceful animals. They would fly above the ocean and then just see a fish and nosedive right down and barely make a splash.
That would be wild to look at. Yeah.
So, I don't know. Some people might see Pelican Men as an insulting nickname, but it's
Bob
the
should-
epitome of grace.
Bob Burt, the epitome of grace. Yeah. He'll like that.
Yeah.
By the way, Bobby, if you ever get time, you should call the show again. We'd love to hear from you. Let's wrap with Highway Girl with a nice memory here and a song we played yesterday made her think of it.
Hi, good morning, folks. It's Highway Girl. Just listening this morning, Jumpin' Jack Flash came on, and I thought of just kind of a random story, so maybe I'm channeling Lisa a little bit. Whenever I hear that song, it reminds me of a movie with Whoopi Goldberg, and I think the movie was actually called Jumpin' Jack Flash, but I could be wrong. You can go ahead and check that out.
It was, yeah.
But anyway, there's a scene in the movie that every Gen Xer is going to relate to. Whoopi Goldberg is like trying to solve this riddle, or she's got these clues that she has to work out. She needs to know the lyrics to Jumpin' Jack Flash. So there's this scene, she's in her apartment, she plays the song, she's trying to write down the lyrics, and we've all done it. And then she stops the tape, rewinds it, listens again, stops the tape. What do you see there? rewinds it, trying to figure out the lyrics. Every Gen Xer did that all our lives. Oh, hilarious. Anyway, that's it. Random story. Have a great day. Bye.
That was before we could Google search the lyrics.
Sure.
Or you had to look inside the tape or the CD, the liner notes or whatever, and figure out the lyrics that way.
Big fan of that. Have you seen the movie Jumpin' Jack Flash?
I don't think so.
I haven't either. I love Whoopi, so it might be worth a watch. I was just looking at who else is in it. What an 80s cast. Carol Kane's in it. Annie Potts. Doesn't get more
Potts.
80s than Annie Potts.
That's the boat.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
I'm nervous for the Canada game this morning. Like, I'm worked up about it already.
Why are you nervous?
It's like almost 3 hours. Because listen, every game at the Olympics is huge.
Yeah.
Crazy things happen at the Olympics. Like Czechia is a pretty good team. They got great goaltending. I saw a lot of pundits talking yesterday saying that they could be one of the surprise teams at the Olympics. And
I mean, hockey is the sport at the Winter Olympics that we really hang our hat on, right? It's almost like nothing else. I don't want to say nothing else matters, but I feel like for everything else, people are tuning in for the hockey.
it's the rock star event because the NHLers are there. If the NHLers weren't there, meh, But
Right.
with the NHLers back and the star power that they bring, they're rock stars. And this is, and hockey, this is where we're supposed to flex our muscle, Canada, like big time. But it hasn't always gone that way in other Olympics. We've had upsets. We've had teams that shouldn't beat us. We all remember the Dominik Hasek Olympics, the Czech goalie who stood. You remember
Hasek. The Hasek years.
Vicky was talking about it this morning. Yes, the Hasek year.
Didn't shut up about it.
Right. But so a lot can happen, and I'm excited for this team. But I want them to win so bad that I'm worked up already. I want it to come on right now.
Do we know what their chances are? Like, coming into,
They're
let's
the
say, the
favorites.
NHL. Are they the favorites? Okay.
Vicky, Canada's always the favorites. In fact, don't get me wrong. The Americans are a powerhouse as well. Sweden's good. But
Usually comes down to those three, would you say? Yeah.
Yes, and if Russia were there too. But yes, Canada is the favorite. Anything other than gold is a disappointment. I'm going to give you a good headline from sportsnet.ca this morning that kind of made me chuckle. The headline is The Canadian Way, Why Team Canada Must Win But Savor the Ride. There's no why they must medal. Like this team, the amount of pressure that they have on them. There's no second place for this team. They either win and win in, I wouldn't say win in spectacular fashion because they beat the Americans in overtime. That's how close the Americans and the Canadians are. It took overtime at the Four Nations Cup. So these games are going to be close. And I have a feeling they're all going to be pretty close.
Yeah.
But got to beat the Americans.
This
I can't
is our
stand that
game.
American team.
This
is
is
our
our
game.
game.
We got to do it. Come on. So, yes, I'm a little – anybody else a little tense about this morning? I'm not feeling that Vicky's, has sharing – and it doesn't – sharing that excitement level.
I'm
tension.
faking it as hard as I can.
Come on. Do a better job. I need someone. Come on.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast. Here's what's trending with Philly Joe and Vicky.
So I want to give you an update on that Norwegian biathlete who admitted to cheating on his girlfriend.
Well, was it an admission or more of a public apology?
Yeah, it was a way to get her back.
Yes.
Saying, I did wrong. She's the love of my life. I hope she hears this and comes back. He won the bronze medal.
That's right.
The ex-girlfriend has made a statement.
Oh, it's okay.
And she chose to stay anonymous, which is not a great sign for this guy. She told a Norwegian news outlet that the cheating was hard to forgive, even after a declaration of love in front of the whole world. She said, I did not choose to be put in this position, and it hurts to have to be in it. We have had contact, and he is aware of my opinions on this.
That's not bad. Standing your ground and not if she is going to take him back, you can tell. It's going to take more than that public apology.
Can you imagine just the pressure that puts on you, in front of the whole world? And so now he's starting to backtrack. So not only did he not get his lady back, but people are also saying that the whole thing really took focus away from his teammate who shot clean and won the gold in that event. He won bronze. And he comes out with this sappy story. And the guy who won gold on his team, no recognition. Nobody talks about it.
No one even knows about
Yeah.
that guy because of this. And he went viral. Like,
Yeah.
that's an odd flex. Like, let's be honest. You don't see that every day. At a sporting event, somebody winning, although it brings out a lot of emotion, I get it.
Yeah.
Because you probably would have liked her to be there, but you made a piss poor decision and you broke her heart probably.
Sure. I wonder if he would have done the same thing if he had won the gold. Like, was it because he won the bronze? He's like, I might as well get something else out of this.
Yeah, I don't know.
What did we talk about yesterday? It was only worth $5.60.
Yeah, I think he's doing that. I think he had it planned. You don't just, like, the flood of, I think you had that planned. If I win, I'm going to try to get my girl back.
Yeah.
Something
He's
along
been
those
watching
lines.
too many rom-coms, I think.
Yeah.
Ranker.com came out with a list of the top 10 comfort shows. Do you have a comfort show?
Yes, Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, this one's going to be an odd choice, but if I'm just like laying on the couch and have an hour to kill, Sopranos. I'll pop it on. I love that show. I've been through it. I know.
What a feel-good watch.
Exactly, but I've been through it 3 times. There's so many amazing scenes that pop up that I
Yeah.
love. I just really, that's one of them as well.
Surprisingly, Seinfeld didn't make the top 10. Friends didn't make the top 10, which is kind of surprising. Let me go through it real
Okay.
quick. 10 to 1. Malcolm in the Middle. Okay. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I Love Lucy. The Office. The Golden Girls. Parks and Rec. The Simpsons, that's mine for sure. Big Bang Theory, not mine for sure. And Schitt's Creek at number 1. Canadian show number 1. That's pretty good. I don't know if I'd call it my go-to.
No, there's one in there that you mentioned that makes complete sense. A Big Bang Theory, because it's always on the guide like that in
can't
Seinfeld, so you
escape
can,
it.
and it's just you can. There's not a lot of thinking with that show.
Yeah.
But yeah, they may usually it's a comedy, right? Like something that
Totally.
you can just sort of zone out and get a couple laughs as you. For me, it's like usually drift in and out of. It's usually a nap that I put on one of those shows.
Yeah,
and just
exactly.
drift in and out of consciousness.
I have like a few shows that I fall asleep to. Simpsons is definitely one of them. Schitt's Creek, I wonder if it got a little bump from Catherine O'Hara.
That could be too, definitely. All right, that's scrolling, or that's what's scrolling. No, it would be. I always say that's what's scrolling, but it's not really what's
It's
scrolling.
scrolling.
Yeah, there you go.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
The Manitoba government is launching a study to find a way to reduce grocery prices and improve food affordability. They'll look into different practices like differential pricing, where companies might use consumer data or purchasing patterns to charge different prices for the same products. Don't like that.
You know, I complained about coffee beans last hour. What about how is female deodorant? Like I know,
Oh my
$10.99
gosh.
for Old
Ridiculous.
Spice. If you don't get it on sale, I was at Shoppers the other day, and my kids now decide that they like that. Well, they got to wear deodorant. They're out of the age, right?
Yeah.
For a few years now. So I'm buying a whole bunch, $10.99 each. Like,
And I
holy-
use the hardcore stuff too. I'm not messing around. And that stuff, yeah.
Like,
it's
what does
brutal.
that mean, hardcore stuff?
What
like,
do they call it? It comes in a box. Like
deodorant
it
in a
needs extra
box?
packaging. Just that's what we're working with here. So
Is it right beside the borax?
I have to put goggles and a hazmat suit on just with a little hole in the armpits to put it on.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
We all know about the disappointment pertaining to the Foo Fighters not coming to Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Let me just put it this way. 92.1 City has something very cool in the works. Mm-hmm. Be careful here because I'll get in trouble. It's big announcement will be coming down the road.
Yeah.
I can say that much. A big announcement
I think
will be
so.
coming eventually about a very cool thing that's going to involve the listeners,
Yeah.
opportunities, and it's going to be like kind of old school awesome.
Sure.
That's all.
I
That's
gotta
it.
say, if people can't put 2 and 2 together
No,
from that,
wasn't. Come on.
I think you gave it all away.
Did I? No,
Yeah.
don't say that.
Iron Mike's gonna be pissed.
Damn it. Nelson wondering where's Joe. Joe would have cut me off earlier
Yeah.
when I was hanging myself there. Nelson wondering where Joe's at. He's on holidays. He's got a couple of days off here. He's back on Tuesday.
Yeah, extended long weekend. Why not? Hey.
So it's no doubt. So it's Philly and Vicky this morning at 7:12. Got a text message. Well, we're getting lots of action about the fog. The fog sounds like, and you nailed it. Maybe you nailed it. It's a lot worse as you come south.
That's what I noticed on my way in. So some people, someone said on the north perimeter, not too bad at all. So I think if you're on the south end of the city, and outside of it, you might notice it a little more.
So keep updating us. 762-555. Also got this one because you've got a story about the price of groceries in your news, and I mentioned deodorant is really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And Alan said, Philly, 5-pack of Old Spice, Costco, $14.99.
What a deal.
Here's the thing, Alan. I haven't looked at deodorant at Costco for a while, but is it because even when you go to Shoppers, so I buy the Swagger, and it's
I didn't even know that was a thing. Swagger brand deodorant?
No, it's Old Spice, but it's
I see.
Swagger scented.
Hey,
Old Spice has
look
like
at you.
That's right. Come on. Old Spice has.
I noticed you swing your arms a little more than you used to. Just got to get that Swagger whiff out there.
When I put that on,
Yeah.
my walk, I get a little extra pep in my step.
People are talking.
But Old Spice has a whole bunch of different scents, obviously, and they're more expensive depending on the scent. So, for
more
example,
Swagger, you got to pay for that.
right, like Pure Sport must not be that popular because it's cheaper. So you can get it for like $6.99, and there's a few like that that are cheaper. But the Swagger is expensive. It feels like it's always $10.99. So my question for Alan is that Costco Super Pack there.
Yeah, what's on sale? Is Swagger on sale?
Yes, is that a part?
Because you're going to pay a premium for that. I just would assume.
Right. And there's others, like there's funny names. I got to give
Bear
Old
Glove.
Spice. Yeah, Bear
I'm
Glove.
looking them up right now. There's Bear Glove, which what does that even mean?
It just means you're kicking ass.
I think that's the one I would go with. Fruity scent with notes of apple, citrus, and spice. That sounds pretty good.
It's good, yeah.
If you want to go woodsy, you go timber. Mm-hmm. You got the original, of course. Fiji with palm tree.
I don't know that one.
Yeah.
I don't know that I want to smell like a palm tree. Not really my thing. I don't think.
Notes of coconut.
I bet you the one Alan's talking about is just Old Spice Original.
Yeah.
I guarantee, like I'm almost guaranteeing you. I think there's Kraken Guard.
Kraken Guard?
Yeah, right there with the
What does
Bears
that
Club.
mean?
It makes you want to wrestle a Kraken, like these deodorants.
What is a Kraken again? It's like a squid,
It's
a giant octopus
mythical.
or something? Right.
Mythical. It's not, yeah. So Kraken Guard's very expensive as well.
Oh,
it's kind of
boy.
like the more badass the names get, the more expensive they get. I got to know more about this industrial deodorant that you use, Vicky, that comes in a box.
Yeah.
And it's very expensive.
Clinical deodorant. So
Is it
got
really?
to consult a doctor before you use it, I guess.
And what, do you use a shovel and you dump it in
That's
your
right.
face?
Yeah.
But what is it all about? Like, tell me.
I think it's just stronger, maybe lasts a little longer. I don't know. I'd use the old or the, I guess, regular ones. And I just find throughout the day they'd start fading a little bit. So I had to up it. I think that's kind of a common thing. I know a few of my friends have switched to that one. I don't really know the difference.
Is it deodorant or antiperspirant?
It's deodorant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I don't use the antiperspirant. It's too chalky. I don't like that. And
What?
it stains my shirts.
Antiperspirant stops you from sweating?
Yeah,
Is that the whole thing?
I don't like that either.
That seems a little dangerous.
Yeah,
you got to
no.
let it out somehow.
Yeah. Give me the Kraken Guard, baby, or the Bear Glove.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Man, we've really touched a chord with this deodorant / antiperspirant conversation this morning. 92.1 City, Winnipeg's rock station. Philly Joe and Vicky. Joe's away for a couple days, back next week, so it's just Philly and Vicky this morning at 7:23. By the way, do not forget Rockin' Thunder tickets, headlined by Motley Crue, coming up at 7:45 with the completely useless question, which Vicky will have today.
That's right.
That means just me and the text line are lifelines.
Now, Joe hooked me up with the question today. He
did
worked
he?
ahead on this, and so if it's a bad one,
Blame
it's
Joe,
his
not
fault.
Vicky. Lots of reaction, as I mentioned, with the deodorant. And I'll tell you what, a stunning number of city listeners use the Swagger, the Old Spice.
Got a text here. Hey, Philly, I'm a Swagger man myself. Live and die by it.
Mm-hmm. See?
Yeah.
And, this one here, and he did say he tried Timber, too. These are all Old Spice scents.
Mm-hmm.
Old Spice Captain is very expensive as well, Philly, and it smells the best. And all this because I said someone told me you can get a 5-pack of Old Spice at Costco. And I said it's probably not these premium scents.
Yeah.
Because you can get the standard Old Spice, like the regular, and it's cheaper than these Bear Gloves. What
Wolfthorn.
Oh,
these names.
Wolfthorn.
I'm kind of loving Night Panther. You ever tried Night Panther?
I've never seen Night Panther.
Dragon Blast.
Never seen it. The ones I see, The selection I usually see, I always see the Bear Glove and the Wolf's, what is it? The
Wolf Thorn.
Wolf Thorn.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Swagger and Captain, but I gotta try these. And the Kraken. The Kraken one's good, too.
I like that they're like, we got to make these names manlier. No one will ever wear it.
Absolutely.
Did you ever try the natural deodorants?
No, but you referenced it. What are we talking about here? No
I don't
aluminum?
know. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I'm sure they're healthier for you and all of that. I tried what I think it was called Native, and it was terrible. It just, I sometimes think people who use the natural deodorant might be lying to themselves on how it used, or they've just got good genes and they don't sweat as much. I don't know what their situation is. And they say, oh, you got to let it like settle in for a while. It takes a few weeks to kick in. Who has a few weeks to walk around being the smelly person?
No, exactly. I need it to work. I need it to be strong.
Yeah.
I did have a biology teacher in high school, Mr. Partap, who told me that how much you sweat and the smell of your sweat has a lot to do with how you eat. And
Is that right?
he said, he used to tell us, I barely need to use deodorant or antiperspirant because of how I eat. And he wasn't a bad smelling teacher. You know, we've all had that one teacher who's like, oh my God.
They lean over
Yeah,
and
you're
get a
like,
whiff of something. I found with some teachers, it was usually the breath. Like bad coffee breath. Yeah.
Like, bro, that's morning breath mixed with coffee breath. You need a backup.
So did he say what he ate to make himself smell good?
Very clean eater is all he would tell
okay.
us. And he said that because of that, he barely needed deodorant or antiperspirant.
I think there are some people who tell themselves that, and it's not the case.
It could be, yeah.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Rockin' Thunder tickets on the line this morning, headlined by Motley Crue. Vicky has the question because Joe's away for a few days. The text line or myself can be a lifeline, but you only got 5 of those.
That's right. All right, here's today's question. A psychologist says doing this for 5 minutes a day will reduce stress in your life.
5 minutes a day, according to a psychologist, this will reduce stress in your life.
We all need a bit less stress, that's for sure.
Yeah. Stress is as big of a killer as, like, I think I heard this, like cigarettes and booze.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Someone brought that up earlier. Good morning, City. Do you have a guess for us?
You know what? We're a little delayed here. Could we get the question repeated?
Yeah, Vicky, we'll give it to you.
A psychologist says doing this for 5 minutes a day will reduce stress in your life.
You know, we're going to go with yoga.
Yoga, great answer. Not what we're looking for today, but certainly couldn't hurt.
I've heard it's very helpful.
Pigeon pose.
Yeah, well,
Try it out.
I felt good all day after that pigeon pose.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, the hip was a little sore, but I mean, mentally.
Well, when you do it right, it's very beneficial.
Joe still hasn't been able to walk properly since doing the pigeon pose. Thanks, Vicky. Good morning, City.
Good morning.
Hey, do you have a guess for us for Rockin' Thunder tickets?
I do. How about meditation?
Meditation, another great answer, not the one we're looking for.
Thanks for playing.
Okay.
Completely useless question. Good morning.
Morning.
You have a guess for us?
Breathing.
Number 3, taking deep breaths. Getting closer.
I've heard breathing exercises. Like, you got to learn how to breathe properly, right?
Yeah.
Or just breathe in general.
Just be aware of your breathing. I don't know. Sometimes you get into a situation where you're not breathing and you don't even realize it. You ever had that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. 780. When you get worked up.
Yeah.
You like, take a deep breath. 780 City. Good morning.
Morning. I'll go with reading a book.
No, not on the list. Not in the top 3.
That's a good guess, though. I've heard that's really productive, like right before you go to bed.
Distracts your mind a little bit. You're not thinking about all the stressful things in life.
Rockin' Thunder tickets on the line this morning. 780 City. Hello.
Hey, good morning. How about writing? You know what? Yeah, how about writing in a journal?
Not the answer, but that is a good one.
Yeah.
Do you ever just like write out all your thoughts? Like if your brain's moving, sometimes I'll do that before bed. Just write it all out so it's not stuck in your brain.
No, I don't. I will make to-do lists, which helps like the stress because you get so many things that you think you have to do.
Yeah.
And if
you're afraid you're going to forget it.
Yeah.
So it keeps going around in your head.
And it's so satisfying to start crossing them off your list. Hello, City.
Hi, what about if you're like visualizing, like thinking of exercising, but you're not really doing it?
That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
The thought of doing it?
I wish that was the answer because I do that a lot and it doesn't seem to be helping.
Yeah.
I'm an expert. I could teach a class.
Does it work for you?
Yeah.
Just think of
it's like,
push-ups.
okay, I think I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go do the elliptical, and I feel a lot better. And then 10 minutes when I don't do it, I feel worse.
Yeah, intention is everything when you think about working out. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Have
you.
a great day.
Can you imagine?
Let me know when you want a clue. I don't know at what point he starts doling out.
Yeah,
the clues
you could
here.
probably offer
'Kay,
one now.
I would say this is something that we used to do a lot more than we do today.
Used to do a lot more than we do today.
Yeah.
780 City. Hello there.
Hey, is it screaming or yelling?
No. Great answer.
Well, then I would have no stress if that was the case. 780 City, 780 2484. The hint is, according to Vicky, we used to do a lot more of this back in the day. Hello.
Can I have a lifeline, please?
Philly or the text line? This is the first lifeline, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's go with Philly.
Okay. Used to do a lot more of it. See, do a puzzle.
No.
Okay.
Not a puzzle.
Sorry
Takes
about
longer
that.
than 5.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, you can't.
Well, you can work at a
You can-
puzzle,
that's
right?
right.
Put a few pieces in.
Mhm. So you threw some salt at me, though, eh? Like,
Yeah.
it takes longer.
What do
than
you
5.
know about puzzles?
Not much. Hello.
Hey, can you repeat the question for me?
Yeah. A psychologist says doing this for 5 minutes a day will reduce stress in your life.
Is it just sitting in silence?
No. Another good guess, though. Like, this is all good advice that people are coming in with.
We got a typical guy answer on the text
Oh, no.
line. Yeah, you can imagine what it is.
Oh,
But it made me
geez.
laugh. And of course, I'm such a simple dude. Chuckled. Hello, City. For Rock and Thunder tickets, go ahead with your guess.
Yeah, let's go with text line.
The text line. How about calling a friend? I see that one as the most recent text line.
You know what? I'm going to give it to you. It says talking to a family member on the phone.
Okay.
Not doing that as much as we used to, I'm sure.
No, a lot of it is texting now,
Yeah.
right? I mean, phone calls are far less frequent than, unless you're Joe Aiello, who talks on the phone all hours of the day.
That's why he's so stress-free.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
And Vicky, Valentine's Day is Saturday.
You betcha.
Which can mean only one thing. Heart-shaped pizzas from Boston Pizza. Andrew Shefchuk, good morning.
Hey, Philly. Hey, Vicky. How you doing?
Doing good.
Well, I can smell pizza at work here, so it's fantastic. We also have Cass and Paige here. Good morning.
Good morning.
You guys are dressed, and give it to Vicky to notice this right away. Very sharp Valentine's Day sort of colors.
Vibrant. The love is coming off of them.
Yeah, you look great.
Thank you.
And you brought pizza with you because it's a very important day, Saturday. Tell us all about it, guys. Andrew, you want to go first?
Yeah, everyone getting ready for a busy weekend for Valentine's Day. And our message is share the love with a heart-shaped pizza from Boston Pizza. Share with your sweetheart, your family, even treat the office. And $1 from every heart-shaped pizza sold goes to the Children's Hospital Foundation of Manitoba.
Oh, I love that. And you guys are hoping, and I don't know, Cass and Paige, what part you guys want to jump in with, but I know you guys are hoping to raise $100,000, and what a cause.
Yeah, the Children's Hospital, I don't know if people know this, but Children's Hospital of Manitoba is one of the oldest hospitals for children in Canada.
Wow.
And so this year, with the help of our amazing guests, the heart-shaped pizzas, $1 from every salted caramel panuki, and our paper hearts, the money that we're raising goes to the ward. It's called CK5.
Yeah.
And that helps a lot of the kids with pediatric cancer, with blood disorders, and with organ transplants.
Wow.
So some of the kids that have real biggest challenges, they're trying to make that ward nicer. So every heart-shaped pizza that you have goes towards that real important cause.
You mentioned the panuki. Can you tell us what that is?
Yeah, I'm going to let Cass tell us about the salted caramel panuki.
Okay, so it's a pan-sized cookie that goes through our oven, topped with a scoop of ice cream, and then loaded with caramel sauce on it.
Yes, please. I'll take 3. Yes, but there's only just me and Vicky here this morning.
Yeah,
but
that's right.
I'll take 3. If Joe was here, we'd take a half dozen.
So you start with the heart-shaped pizza. You go for the panuki. That's some dollars going to the Children's Hospital right there.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. If you go into the restaurants, there's hearts all over the walls. They write messages. And so we got lots of people coming in on the weekend. It's our biggest day of the year. So much fun to work. And then people obviously are ordering for takeout and delivery. And if you are in Winnipeg, it's 925-4111. And, you make sure you get your pizza.
And I know it always comes up. Do people pre-order or is it all day of, Andrew?
Yeah, we do have that. A lot of times people are ordering for work, car dealers ship on, it's a Saturday, so ordering for the office, we have a lot of that. And then people ordering right the day of as well. So either way that you do it, get your heart-shaped pizza.
Yeah.
That's how you become the hit of the office,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
The person ordering in the heart-shaped pizzas?
Yeah, you look like a hero. And that everybody will talk about that for weeks on end. Remember when you brought in the heart-shaped pizzas?
Yeah.
And it's going to a great cause as well. We can't let you go, though, talking a little bit of your Winter Games coverage.
Yeah.
And the fact that I know people can go watch today's game, Czechia and Canada,
Yeah,
at a
no.
Boston Pizza.
Yeah, no, Vicky was just talking about, the office. Some offices, they may be taking an early lunch today, okay? And so the store's 9:30. I'm going to be cruising over to BP Kenniston after this. So 9:30 this morning. We're open up, 9:40 puck drop, Canada, Czechia. I mean, it's the Olympics. It's
Yeah.
going to be amazing.
Everybody's talking about it, and it's a great look. You're at the office. You want to sneak out, pretend you got an appointment. We won't tell anybody. Go ahead, Boston Pizza. Love it. Anything else, guys? I mean, I know you brought some wonderful pizza. And what kind of pizzas did you guys bring in?
Well,
today?
Cass
Tell
Page,
us what do
kind
we
of
got?
pizzas we got.
We have yummy heart-shaped pierogi pizza.
Oh, yes.
Pierogi's my
We
favorite.
have deluxe and we have our meteor.
Okay.
You brought the Meteor for Philly.
Yeah.
And the
That's
deluxe.
the way to his heart.
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah.
It is,
Pierogi's
absolutely.
number one. Some great picks. They're very colorful, so that's great. And so you know what? Stefano Grande, who runs the Children's Hospital Foundation, wonderful, wonderful people over there. We're so grateful that you guys are sharing this message, and it's such an important message. And anyone, wherever you can, help the Children's Hospital of Manitoba, help the Children's Hospital Foundation, and enjoy Valentine's Day with a heart-shaped pizza.
Well said, Andrew. Yes, Saturday, Valentine's Day, heart-shaped pizzas at Boston Pizza. Help the Children's Hospital Foundation of Manitoba. Andrew, Cass, and Paige, thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast. Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJ and V into more ears. Here's what we learned today with Philly Joe and Vicky.
The big guy, Joe, is away, taking a few days vacay. He's back next week. We did, however, still learn a lot today. Like I use Old Spice Swagger as my deodorant of choice. Captain works as well. Vicky uses an industrial-grade deodorant. She
That's
gets in a
right.
giant box.
I can't be bit by pregnant women or children with mine.
But you
hazard.
swear by it. It works really
It
well.
works great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to, when I was much younger, use that spray. I think it was the aerosol.
Yeah, I've only ever seen aerosol deodorant in movies, like old school movies. I didn't know people actually wore it.
I used to years ago, but then I found it burned my pits a little bit. Now, maybe they've
Jeez.
changed it over the years. I'm not sure. I think it was actually Raid, like it was. It had the same structure biologically or whatever.
As
chemically.
Raid?
No, I'm just joking. That was my logic for why it stung.
Better for the ozone layer that you use the stick.
That's right, yes. Canadians won a couple of silver medals this morning. Michael Kingsbury in men's moguls and Elliot Grondin in snowboard cross. We now have 6 medals, Vicky, 3 bronze, 3 silver.
Women's curling, was it, won this morning?
Yep, they won their
So,
first
you know,
game. Yeah.
that's a step in the right
well,
direction.
those are two sports we expect. I
Sure.
would say anything other than gold will be disappointing.
Yeah.
Both men's and women's curling. At last check, Canada, the Canadian women's hockey team, up 4-0 on Finland. That's in the third period.
Talk about coming back.
That's a nice
with a
comeback.
vengeance.
That's a nice comeback win, although they usually beat Finland about 4 or 5-0. So that's a team they expect to beat. The big one will be if they get the Americans again in the gold medal game.
Yeah.
The men's hockey team about to take to the ice against Czechia. We'll remind you again that if you're looking for somewhere to watch it, if there's a Boston Pizza near where you work, they are opening early. 9:30. 9:30, Andrew Shevchuk from BP let us in on that. So that's always an option. Canada versus Czechia.
We both had pierogi pizza for breakfast this morning, so I couldn't recommend it more.
Breakfast of champions. Oh, my God, that dollop of sour cream. It's heart-shaped pizza day on Saturday for Valentine's Day.
Yes, it is.
They with the Children's Hospital Foundation of Manitoba. So get pizza for the office. Do whatever. It's a great cause, and you look like a hero and it's great pizza.
Yeah.
Talking on the phone with a family member for 5 minutes every day apparently reduces stress. We learned that in the completely useless question.
Somebody on the text line said it depends which family member. And yeah.
That's a great point.
I think that's right.
That's what we learned today.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
For more Philly Joe and Vicky, lock it into 92.1 City weekday morning 6 to 10.